The whole purpose of the timeout is to teach a child a lesson by pushing them away from us.
You need to tell me that you're sorry for this behavior.
When in reality, there is something going on under the surface and we need to be pulling them toward us. And when we push them away, which all punishments do, they lower self-esteem and they damage the relationship between the parent and the kid. We're causing them emotional stress intentionally because we want them to act the way we want them to act in this moment. I'm Wendy Thomas Russell. Let me explain timeouts. Timeouts are forced isolation.
My parents used timeouts when I was a kid. When I did something bad.
You take a kid and you put them away from the parent.
My mom did put me in timeout a couple times. Wasn't really comfortable.
The timeout sucked pretty bad. I didn't like being in my room.
If the result of emotional punishments was physically apparent on our children's bodies, we would take it much more seriously. But because we can't see how it's affecting their brains, it's out of sight, out of mind. We feel like it's okay. Timeouts are so popular because they're so easy. Timeouts became this gentle alternative to spanking that was immediately popularized by a lot of books and television shows.
Look at me, please.
No.
Right, we're going to timeout.
They assume that the child has no good reason for doing what they're doing. And the reality is that children do not act to be defiant. They don't act to make you mad or because they're bad. They have needs they're trying to get met. When they are misbehaving, they're really just communicating with us. Do they need attention? Do they need to feel empowered? Do they need to be connected to you? Do they need to play? Do they need laughter?
When your son acts out, could you act that out for us?
He's just... No.
He's angry in the moment. He's got this look on his face. He's just going so nuts.
No.
Somebody screamed. Chucks it across the room.
No.
Oh, into your room.
That's really him, too.
What do we teach children by punishing them? We teach them that they need to solve their problems by causing another person emotional pain.
Why does he ask you to go to timeout? Do you know?
Well, because I did something naughty.
We do timeouts for him pretty regularly when he's misbehaving.
What naughty things do you do? I can't imagine.
I can't imagine here. I can't imagine what I do.
The timeout, it gives him a little time to get away from the situation and not be so intense.
So when you go to timeout, how does that make you feel?
Sad.
Why?
Well, because I don't like going to timeout.
At first I did it wrong.
Timeouts for us were let's sit, let's go to a chair, let's go to a corner.
I don't believe that timeouts are effective. They do not work. They don't.
After a minute, it was miserable.
We initially come to our parenting styles
Good job.
not deliberately.
Good work, thank you. That was well done.
It is taken from our background.
What do you think about timeouts?
It's taken from our childhood.
You scared Lonnie, Lucas. Let her back in. Say, come on, friend. Come on.
This is what feels normal.
There were no timeouts. It was la chancla. La chancla was where your mom takes off her shoe and she just whips you with it. She throws it at you, and they're really great at aim, so it always usually hit. I felt like I was a bad kid. I felt like I never did things right because the chancla was always coming at me. My parents were always angry at me.
The consequences for controlling parenting run the gamut. They can be bullying, self-esteem problems, peer pressure, early sex, gang membership, violence.
She didn't allow us to cry very much. It didn't allow my sister to kind of experience all the emotions that she wanted to experience. Having seen my mom's parenting style, disciplining style, kind of drawing a wedge there with my sister, I definitely don't want that to exist between myself and my daughter. One thing that we're going to definitely do differently is allow her to experience those emotions and not shut them down.
Punishments damage self-esteem, and we need self-esteem in order to overcome adversity and all these things that can sometimes happen to adolescents and adults. So yeah, the stakes are high in that way. When we punish kids, we also miss this incredible opportunity to figure out what's going on under the surface and actually help them meet that need. If we could put ourselves in their position and just have some empathy, or try to have some empathy, even though sometimes they are being completely, out of the zone. If we could try that, then I think we would really find that the communication is what solves the problem. It's so simple, it sounds ridiculous almost, but when you stop paying attention to how they're telling you what they need and start paying attention to the need, it's amazing how you will see a turnaround in your household.